Well, Ghana President, His Excellency Nana Addo Addo, has expressed his views about us as black people and as Africans prospering and reducing our dependence on foreign aid. Yep, you heard right. He said it's time for us as a people and as a continent, not just only a country, to focus on moving forward without the aid of foreign agencies. Um, he's actually even throwing a challenge to policymakers, all around the African continent to reduce their dependence, on the West and from other people, who are outside of Africa to, to bring us help in everything that we do. The president is maintaining the reliance on foreign aid is a derailing thing, and it doesn't help the socio-economic development in Africa. So for those of you policymakers, presidents, and all people, in well-meaning, positions that have power to, make things change and make things okay. The president is asking you if you can just, try your best not to rely on foreign help, to do that which you have purposed to do. He says by doing so, we'll be able to make Africa prosper further in the shortest possible time. He also said this at a 22nd Academy of African Business and Development Conference, which was held in the country. He said it's time to pursue a path of prosperity and self-respect because Africa has to now open its ideas, its mind, and its innovation to move forward. Now, this 22nd African conference was hosted by the University of Professional Studies, which is in Legon in Accra. It had a theme which was titled Sustainable Development Beyond Aid, the Focus for Africa. So I'll take it again: Sustainable Development Beyond Aid, the Focus for Africa. It's a conference that will continue to the late part of the month of May this year. So the president proposed a Ghana Beyond Aid vision, where it was, urging the creation of a Ghana that is way beyond dependence on charity of others, just so we can move forward instead of looking up to such people and such organizations to cater for the needs of black people and of Africans. He says instead we should engage with other countries competitively through trade, through investment, through sports, through political cooperation, and through other mediums to enhance our security and peace regionally and globally. He's of the view that when we do our best to compete with them in healthy ways, we ourselves will find ways to develop and grow in areas that we are lacking. You get it? So instead of going to say help me to make, for example, a cassava meal, let us rather say I'll make a cassava meal that is better than what you are already doing. Are you getting the picture? You get it. So let me give you another example. So the president is saying, for example, instead of saying help me with this car that can also swim in water. Let's say a car that can swim in water. That's just an example. Let's say help, instead of saying help me with this car, that can submerge, enter water, and work in water. Rather, let's say I'll make a car that can enter water that will be better than the one that the foreigners have already made. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just an example I'm giving. That one, the president didn't give that example. It's my example. Exactly. So the president wants us to have this healthy competition It's not like we are going to tell them ourselves, so we are going to make one better than you. It's like we ourselves, we are saying to ourselves, okay, we've seen what you have done and we need help in this area. But instead of coming to you to help us all the time, we'll do it ourselves so that next time we don't have to come to you for help when we can do it on our own. Are you getting the picture? So that instead of us going to them over and over again, anytime we need help for that thing, we'll be coming to ourselves, because we'll be the only ones who will do it and who will do it well. And when we do it that way, there will be no need to rely on them again. Are you getting it? So that's what our president, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, is pushing for. He says that Africa has been and continues to be, in the past, reliant on international aid for its development, and it has to come to a stop now. You get it? Instead of us always, turning our hands and our griefs to them, let's look at how we can do it on our own. Though you look at the amount of international aid that we receive, it's quite huge sometimes when you really want to take a good look at it. But it may be relatively small compared to its total annual expenditure when you make some of these changes, and when you do some of the things the president is saying you should do. And also look at how it represents a substantial part of the discretionary funds that are available to the government. You get it? When you take the way the statutory payments, the wages, the salaries, the debt repayments, and all of those things, when you take them all aside, what you have left, it seems to be a lot from what we are receiving from them, if we are to ask them all the time. You get it? And that would just mean that we'll always be going to them. You get it? Not that it's a bad thing, but if we cannot rely upon ourselves, then we would always look like a crippled, people. So in the past, I mean, even not even only in the past, even now, this is what made researchers, business practitioners, consultants also, community leaders, policy makers, all of these people, this is what has made them, to submit full papers and to take good looks at how to make things better than before. Special sessions and proposals in conferences and all of this, this is what is boiling down to how we'll develop, how we'll be better, how we'll grow. But we cannot always grow when we are always going to ask for help. You get it? Some of you have seen this example that I'm going to give before. When a child is crawling as a baby, it comes to a time where you don't expect the child to crawl anymore because he can walk. So that the mother will not help the child who is crawling, you get him, to get on his feet, because as at the time that the child was crawling as a baby, the mother would help the child to get back up and to try to walk. You get it? But the time comes where the child can do that on its own, and he will not need that help anymore. So the president is saying this is the time. This is the time for us to stop that crawling and asking for help to stand on our feet, but to stand on our feet on our own. You get it? He says it's time for us to create the future we want for our continent. It's time for us to start building that future. It's time for us to be inspired by our own ways, by looking at how to solve problems. You get it? By the imperative to transform our economy from a raw material, producing country to an exporting country, an exporting economy, to an economy that is mostly driven by value added industries. So all in all, we are looking at pushing further an initiative and also a mental mood where our minds have been focused on doing something and getting something by our own doing. You get it? By our own doing. If not, we'll miss the point of being a people and the point of being a race. You get it? In this world, you get it? If we cannot stand on our own, then we are no people at all. You get it? And we have to make some of these opportunities that have been available to us to make Africa what it is, and what God created us to be. So, I mean, we deserve to be rich, to be strong, to be powerful, and all of those good things. It's not too late, to do that. So let's make sure we can do that as a people. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Please leave your comments, your views in the comment section below. Do you agree with the president, or do you think we should still continue begging and asking for help from others? Leave it in the comment section below. Thank you very much and have a very nice day.